Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex Competitive back in today with a brand new video. And today, once again, we're going to be talking about Domestic Girlfriend, the only manga I actually review steadily right now. This is just like how, this is just how I like to do my mangas when I review, guys, for people that have not been here before. Usually, I try to do them after either every chapter or every few chapters. I haven't done a ton of these, but I don't necessarily recap of what just happened. I'd like to really focus on the relationships and where I truly think relationships are going. I just like to think, something pops in my head, I like to discuss it. It's not necessarily about the chapter as a whole. It's maybe it'll be literally two pieces from it, and I'll tie it into past events and try to dissect what's going on with these characters' relationships. So today, we're going to be talking about all three girls once again here, because I think a lot of things really changed the more I really thought about it. And, I'm a Serizawa fan, but I don't think that her plan of going for Natsuo now is actually going to work at all. And, let's just start with Serizawa for this HexCast in our podcast. So, everyone, welcome. Hope you guys do enjoy the show, the contents. So, here we go. So, Serizawa in this chapter has announced that she's done. She's making a move. She's done sitting in silence. And Serizawa is a really interesting character in terms of her being a love interest for Natsuo. And the reason for that is Serizawa is someone who fits the mold perfectly. The theme of the show has been realism in terms of the relationships, why people break up, why people get together. It's because, that realistically, they're set up right to be together. And now Ruby and Hina are really tough. And whenever we start talking about them, you guys will understand where I'm coming from, or when I fully go into it. Now, Hina, she is probably in the hardest place right now, low-key, because she's in a really tough place. We'll talk about that, and we'll get back to that in a second. But focusing on Serizawa for right now, Serizawa is a character that fits the mold and fits the theme of realism, that the relationships have. Each relationship has been based off of, realistically, would this relationship work probably? Or would it have a chance to work more likely? Because I can't say work, because look at Ruby, look at Hina's, they didn't work, at least the first time around. So Serizawa is a character that fits the mold perfectly. She gets away from the Natsuo gets away from the domestic relationship. She's a character that's actually shown her own independence and not dependence on Natsuo, which would be great for the character, right? So we look at Serizawa, and her character is really, really freaking interesting to me, because she's a character that's set up best for Natsuo. She really is. She's once again out of the domestic relationship, can have a normal, healthy relationship. She's shown independence. She's gotten over the whole sister thing with Natsuo. Natsuo and his sister thing. She got through that, pushed through that, even though she wasn't about it at first. But she evaluated her, the situation, added context to the situation, and well, look, she's fine with him now. She got through it. She persevered through the craziness that was Natsuo's life. And Serizawa is a character that, now get this is the most important thing. This is the reason why I think Serizawa is about to get rejected. Will she pick him back up later on? Maybe. Maybe she gets rejected next chapter or two, but then 10 chapters down the road, she's with him. So Serizawa is the most interesting character out of all these characters, because she's a character in terms of Natsuo's relationship, once again, because she's a character that she knows Natsuo on a deeper level. She's, the whole book thing. She understood where Natsuo was coming from. She she truly knew what it was, what it was about. It was his basically biography of his life, kind of, right? But in a story kind of form. She knows about the sister thing. She knows about the depression Natsuo went through whenever he broke up with Rui. She knows all these things, but she doesn't know Natsuo on a deeper a basic level. That's so weird. Think about it. She knows the deeper parts of Natsuo. She knows the dark things about Natsuo. She knows the secrets about Natsuo. But she doesn't know him as just a basic person. Does she even know what kind of books he likes? Does she even know where he likes to eat, the food he likes? She doesn't know him on she knows him more so on an acquaintance level, but knows the deeper things about him, the more in-depth things about him. And that's so weird that she doesn't know him on a basic level. So when I look at the relationship, and once again, the theme is realism, a relationship cannot form if you don't know someone on just an ordinary basic level, which Serizawa does not know Natsuo on that level. And that's so weird how she's been there in those, high adrenaline and or highly emotional moments. And she's seen, his highly emotional moments. She's made a move to kiss him, but she's never really taken the time to get to know him as a person, which is just really interesting. That she doesn't know him as just a basic person, but she knows him as a more in-depth person. And that's something that I just don't really know how to just, go any more in depth to. It's just something that's so interesting. You know what I mean? And I guess we know in life, we know people from afar and we've heard things about them. We know things about them, but we don't know them as a person at all, which I guess, and that's realistic. Once again, this show probably may be the most realistic romance I've seen. It's a crazy romance. It's a drama-filled romance, but it's really realistic in the manner it handles things. So looking at Hina. Hina goes through Rui. Really, Hina's not going to be with Natsuo before Rui gets back. Get that out of your head. It's just not going to happen. And if you've really been paying attention to the dialogue, you've really been focusing on the story, you can tell the tone shift has shifted with Hina. She's fully big sister role right now. There has been no romantic undertones, even in the emotional scenes they've had with one another. There hasn't. There has not been emotional, romantic undertones. And that all dates back to, what Hina promised Rui. So, reading a panel. So, here we go. Since I won't be here around to help Natsuo, Rui states, I know you'll probably do stuff for him in my place, like cooking, laundry, helping him brainstorm. But Hina, just please don't do anything that'd make me cry. So, what's Hina doing now? Let me restate what Rui said. Since I won't be around to help Natsuo, Hina, I know you'll probably do stuff for him in my place, like cooking, laundry, helping him brainstorm. But please, just don't do anything that'd make me cry. I know Rui's broken up, but guys, that still stands. The theme has been realism. What does a big sister or older sibling not want to do to their younger sibling? They would never want to betray them and hurt them on an emotional level like that. That's not what we do. And that's so easy to see. That's not what we do. Older siblings don't do that. Little siblings get away with stuff, aka Rui getting with Natsuo after Hina dated him. That's the realism of it all. Those things happen. The younger sibling gets away with things, but the older siblings are supposed to stay faithful. They're supposed to look out for the younger siblings. And that's exactly what Hina's doing now. She's cooking for him. She's doing Natsuo's laundry. She was trying to helping him brainstorm at one point. She's doing exactly what Rui said Hina would. But just don't do anything to make me cry. Do you honestly think Hina does not know Rui still cares about Natsuo? Natsuo told him why they broke up. Do you honestly? If you do, I think you are absolutely crazy. If you think Hina does not know Rui has feelings for Natsuo, then you're nuts. You are simply nuts, and you have not been paying attention to what the theme of the story has been. For example, Momo. Why did they not date? Momo loved Natsuo for what he did. Natsuo could never say that Momo loved him for who he was. You could say very partly, because he found out who he was a little bit. But Momo did not know Natsuo for who he was. Therefore, the relationship did not take place. A relationship that would not have been founded on knowing someone on a basic level, knowing someone on a deeper level, and then establishing a relationship. It's just like Serizawa. I'm telling you, it's not going to work, man. Maybe something lustful may happen, but they're not going to date, man. Not right now. Now, once again, moving back to the Hina thing. She's not going to do that. She knows what Rui stated to her. She knows what Rui said to her. She's not going to do that to Rui. I know. You got to put your biases aside. I love Serizawa. She's my favorite girl. Look, I just openly said she wasn't gonna get him as she tried now. At least not right now. I told you flat out because I'm thinking about it from a logical standpoint. I'm not putting my emotions. I'm not getting my emotions involved. I've seen the wildest theories about Hina. I've seen the wildest theories about Rui. But guess what? Their author wants you to theorize. The author wants you to play. She wants to play this mind game with you. She's been doing it all series. The people that are theorizing, if you're not basing it off the writing, which none of the theories I've seen have been based off the writing and the themes that the writing has given us. If you're, I get it. I get the mistake. I applaud the writer actually, because he played us all like suckers. For the longest time. She plays all like suckers. And you know what? She still is. Because I have no idea who the fuck's going to win. But the theories I've seen are absolutely absurd. And the author made you think that way. It's funny, actually. It's really funny that, some of the theories I've seen. I love it. There is no way anyone can predict or theorize, laughing my ass off, who is going to win right now? Who is going to be with Natsu? I wouldn't even be surprised if Natsu doesn't end up with someone. At least, well, right now. Now, we could move back to the beginning. Hina was the first romance. She was the first love. Natsu is writing a story similar to it about Hina and whatnot, but Natsu has written about his whole life. He's written about other girls too. It's not just Hina that he's written about. He's going to write about the smoker girl eventually. He's written about the girl that was what was she? She worked at that sexual pleasure place or whatnot. But once again, all these people are part of Natsu's story. I wouldn't be surprised if this whole thing is a book of Natsu's in the future. This whole story. So, quit trying to theorize. Just quit feeding the author what she wants you to do, which is brilliant. It's brilliant. It's absolutely amazing what the author is doing. So, I also take a look at Rui though. Rui's a wild card, and if anything, they have foreshadowed Rui getting back with Natsu more than anyone in the show, especially as of recent time. You look at the whole Hina thing in a manuscript. She says, "Let me hold on to your dreams." Natsu has stated his dream is to write. Therefore, she's holding on to his writing dream. She is not the dream. If she was the dream, he would be with the dream right now. Come on now. Come on. He would already be at the dream. He could obtain the dream if he probably really wanted the dream. That was Hina. Hina was his first love, you could say, or first crush. Shit, Hina was his first girlfriend. I've had a first girlfriend. Have you? Are you with that first girlfriend still? Probably not, and if you are, holy shit, I applaud you. I mean, once again, listen to what I just said. Theme's realism. Author's good. Author knows how to write this story. She really has a grasp on this story. But back to Rui. Rui is a character that has been foreshadowed. She's saying, maybe later we'll get back together. She's like basically, she didn't say it exactly like that, but she implied what I just said. She's like, if everything, works out, we will be together again. She's still thinking of Natsu, man. And I look at the chef guy. If you guys haven't noticed, the chef's getting treated by Rui how Hina's treating Natsu right now. I'm here for you on a friend level. I'm here for you as just a person that wants to see you succeed. I'm not here for you. I'm not looking for the romantic aspect of this, of being here for you. Did you notice Rui and Hina literally are mimicking each other and treating Chef Guy and Natsu the same way? Have you not caught on to the writing? It's in our face. The author is punching us with that. She's even putting an emphasis on this. She's putting an emphasis that they're not trying to form any romance right now. Have you not noticed? Rui fans, Hina fans, have you not noticed? I mean, I've been reviewing this stuff for a while. I noticed. I've noticed. I've seen this before. It's something that I don't see a lot because the author really is. This is my favorite romance I've been a part of. I really love it. I've never read a I've never read a manga more than probably 20 chapters in or so. This show has me hooked. I'm really invested. So, yeah, who's gonna win? No one knows. As of right now, Hina most definitely is not being put in a position to where she can even make a move right now, let alone, win at this moment in time. Rui, she's across the country. Serizawa, she doesn't even really know Natsuo. She does on a deeper level once again, but she's, in terms of how well they know each other on a way more in-depth level, an acquaintance kind of level, rather than a friend. Now, we haven't got enough screen time with them one-on-one. We got them with the other group, we got them with the club, and I think acting is going to be the way she gets to know Natsuo. So it makes me say, whoa, the potential of them actually forming a thing later on, wow, that's really high. But as of right now, no, man. No. The author's the writing's so obvious that the author is intentionally not allowing us to pick a winner right now. That is crazy. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of the HexCast. I don't think I've been marking episodes at this moment. I've just been kind of titling episodes. So hope you guys did enjoy the HexCast, man. There's a lot of stuff I went over. I think it's about 30 minutes long or so, 20 minutes long. I don't know. I'm at 500-second bars. I'm at 500 bars. So, as always, guys, be sure to leave a like, definitely comment, definitely subscribe. Share this on Reddit. Share this anywhere you can on your social media platforms that you may inhabit. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.